Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we make sense of the money world so you don't have to. Today we're looking at EQT Private Equity Company LLC, and it looks like they've been busy striking some deals and making some big moves behind the scenes. This is a Form 8K filing a big deal because it means something important just happened that the company needs to tell everyone about right away. Think of it like a company press release, but it is official and filed with the government. The date that really matters here is September 25th, 2025. This is when the main event we are talking about today took place. Keep that date in mind. The company filing this is EQT Private Equity Company LLC. This tells us who is making the announcement. Now, you might see some addresses and phone numbers and things like that, but honestly, who cares about that stuff, right? We are here for the juicy details, the stuff that actually moves the needle for a company. This is where we get to the meat of it. Item 3.02 is about unregistered sales of equity securities. What does that even mean in simple terms? It means they sold stocks or ownership pieces of the company without going through all the usual government registration. This is often done when the deal is with a specific group of people or companies, not the general public. So here is what happened on that September 25th date. EQT Private Equity Company LLC gave out quite a few shares of their company called Class E shares. Specifically, they handed over 674,291. Of these Class E shares, each of these shares was valued at $27.01, which adds up to a significant amount of money. What did they get for giving away these shares? Well, they got ownership in a company called CluePoints SAR. Now, CluePoints SAR is not just any company. They are a top-notch software provider that helps manage quality and data oversight for clinical trials. Think about when new medicines or treatments are being tested. CluePoints SA makes sure all that data is good and that everything is being managed correctly. So EQT Private Equity is basically buying a piece of this important technology company by using their own company's shares as payment. This is how big private equity deals often work. They exchange ownership pieces rather than just straight cash. This part just confirms that they did this deal under a specific exemption in the law section 4A2. This exemption is generally used for private transactions between sophisticated parties where registering with the government might be overkill and unnecessary. Essentially, they are saying this deal was too specific and private to need all the normal red tape. Looking at this whole transaction, EQT Private Equity is clearly expanding its reach and investing in businesses that are important for specific industries like healthcare and clinical research. By acquiring ownership interests in CluePoints SA, they are likely aiming to benefit from the growth and expertise that CluePoints brings to the table. And of course, the filing is signed off by Bethany Alinick, who holds the title Legal Director and Secretary. This just shows that the proper authorities within the company have approved this report. Now let's talk about what this actually means. EQT Private Equity is growing its portfolio by directly acquiring stakes in specialized tech companies like CluePoints SA. This isn't just about adding another name to a list. This move suggests EQT believes strongly in the sector CluePoints operates in the crucial area of data quality and risk management in clinical trials. As the pharmaceutical and biotech industries increasingly rely on rigorous data for developing new treatments, the demand for sophisticated software like CluePoints provides should only grow. This acquisition likely positions EQT Private Equity to capitalize on that growth. From a strategic standpoint, this is a smart way for EQT to build its investment pie without necessarily draining its bank accounts immediately. Offering their own company shares as currency is a common tactic in these sorts of deals, especially for private equity firms that have established companies under their umbrella. The key takeaway here is that EQT Private Equity is actively seeking out and integrating businesses that provide essential services in high growth and highly regulated fields. The risk here is that the success of CluePoints SA is tied to the health and regulations of the clinical trial industry. If there are significant downturns or major regulatory changes in clinical trials, it could impact the value of this investment for EQT. But overall, this is a pretty straightforward and smart move. EQT is acquiring expertise and a revenue stream in a vital sector, and they are doing it in a way that conserves or leverages their existing equity. It shows a clear direction towards investing in niche technology within critical industries. Alright, that is our quick decode of this EQT private equity filing. What is your take on this strategic acquisition? Do you think investing in clinical trial tech is a smart move for a private equity firm? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, hitting that like button really does help us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.